Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I am yet again addressing players over profits in a different way because all people have been doing on Twitter the last 2 days is just fighting with each other. And I just think it's so unproductive and so disappointing. And I just want to give my thoughts on what we as a community should be doing when it comes to continuing players over profits as a community and actually committing to trying to work together towards positive change. Before we hop into it though, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if you all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. So we'll start with the beginning, I guess. Right after we kind of all decided last week, last Tuesday, last Wednesday, that we were going to be as a community together, I guess pack striking to a certain extent, and then we came up with the hashtag, shout out to HTB for coming up with it, of players over profits. Immediately, almost not immediately, but pretty close to immediately, CB the Grenade, who's one of the most, I would say, notorious whales on Twitter for sure, guy who spent a ton of money last year on the game, was, I guess, caught by the little ticker that's at the bottom of the screen. You can see it right now. It's not showing any names, but where it says NBA 2K26 at the bottom of the screen in game right now, the pack ticker, he was caught opening packs, and people posted about it on Twitter, and then were just attacking the guy, like bashing him pretty bad, because he came out and said that he was done opening packs and he was going to be a part of the players over profits movement. And then he basically gets caught opening packs, and people immediately vilified him pretty aggressively. I saw a couple times, and he's a guy who I think I just don't think he was really ready to handle that level of vitriol, and I don't really blame him for it, and he deactivated his Twitter, which honestly I don't blame him for. And here's the thing, and DBG mentioned this in a couple tweets, and I think it's really accurate. It's very tough for somebody who is addicted to gambling, and in my opinion, I would say there are a lot of people in the community who fall into that category, to completely stop full turkey. Addiction is real, and it's a difficult thing, and I think a lot of people legitimately, as much as it sounds ridiculous, you're addicted to My Team packs. Yes, there are actually people out there who are addicted to opening My Team packs, and I think it's difficult for people to stop doing so, and I think we're seeing that with Los Pollos as well. This whole Los Pollos situation that I think has been a lot larger portion of the community paying attention to over the last couple of days, where he basically came out and has said said multiple things in support of the players over profits movement last week, and definitely I think was trying to positively influence this movement with a very big platform, and was caught multiple times this weekend opening packs. He said at the beginning that it was his cousin who's got his account, opening packs on his account or whatever with leftover VC, and then continued to be opening packs throughout the weekend and stuff. And I mean, so be it. That's my opinion. People attacked him and vilified him too, to the point where he doesn't want to be a part of this anymore. Deleted all of his tweets in support of this group, and I personally think that that's not helpful. I don't think the witch hunting of individual people, CB, Los, whoever else it might be, because they're opening packs still, is helpful. As a community, our enemy is not other players in the community who may not be fully supporting what we're doing, and addiction is real, man. I don't think we're just gonna sit here for the most part as a community and bash and hate somebody who struggles with addiction in real life and relapses, whether it be alcohol or drugs or other issues in their life. We want, generally speaking, you want to support those people and encourage them and try to give them the right resources and the right support to be able to get better. You know what I mean? It's different in this community, and it's certainly different on the internet. People love to fight on the internet, and our community is a very clear example of that. There is so much unnecessary petty BS that people hate each other about on a day-to-day basis, and it goes far beyond anything pack related, and even anything My Team related. It's just, there is so much negativity online for no reason, and it's so aggressive sometimes, and it's been really disappointing and disheartening to see the amount of people in the community who over the last couple of days have been fighting with each other because they have different opinions on whether or not how much criticism people should be getting for being caught opening packs, I guess, or what. I don't know. I just think it's dumb. I think all this arguing and fighting is unnecessary if people open packs, my opinion is, as somebody who is actively supporting this Players Over Profits movement and is going to continue to, I'm not going to open packs myself. We're not opening packs on the Flare AI account. Scott's not funding that anymore. And there's a lot of other people in the community who are still supporting that, and I love that. For me, and I hope for y'all as well, all I can control is me. You know what I mean? And all you can control is you. And for me, it's important to me that my word means something. Not everybody is going to share that exact same sentiment, and not everybody's going to be able to just stop cold turkey. Clearly, we're seeing it. It's okay. As a community together, we have the ability to influence legitimate change. But us fighting with each other and making enemies of each other and losing the point entirely does nothing positive. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe, to a certain, people are mad because it's like, okay, Los has this massive platform. Should we, because he has this big platform, ignore the fact that he is basically going back on his word? And my thought is, I don't think you have to ignore it, but I don't think you have to vilify and attack the person either. I feel the exact same way with CB. I feel the exact same way with anybody else who that might apply to. But at the same time, as a community, if we stick together, some people opening packs here and there isn't going to be a big enough, I think, deterrent to the ability that we have as a community to, over time, make an impact and create change. That's my opinion. I'm still committed to sticking with it. I want the game mode to grow. I hope the majority of y'all are with me on that. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna be the guy who sits here on Twitter and attacks people for opening packs, because people are gonna do what they want to do with their own money. People don't have to support this. You know what I mean? People can do what they want to do in their own lives. But with how widespread I think the community support over the first couple days, especially of this Players Over Profits movement was, I think there is absolutely real potential for real change if we can stick together and stick with it. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing and worry about what you're doing. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. That's what I'm trying to do. And I hope that as a whole, the vast majority of the community will still stick with this and commit to this, because I think most of y'all watching this video who love my team and enjoy the game mode want to play a my team that has more rewarding things to grind for and has more stuff to do on a consistent basis and has pack odds that give you a chance of actually pulling the top tier card if you do spend money and aren't just completely throwing away your money. Like, I think as a community, the majority of us want those things. Fighting with each other and witch hunting and vilifying people who are not doing exactly what they say, or even people who are people who are caught lying. It happens in every area of life. Stop vilifying people. It frustrates me. This entire situation frustrates me because I think so many people have just lost the point. The point is not the individual people in the community who open packs. The point is not the gambling addicts who have a hard time stopping. The point is 2K has screwed us as a community over the last couple of years, time and time again, and we deserve a better game that is closer to on par to the other Ultimate Team game modes that exist in sports gaming. That's the point. And it frustrates me to see so many people lose that point entirely. That's just where I am. You don't have to agree with me, but I thought I would reach out and give my opinion. I hope we can stick together a little bit more and stop fighting so much over petty, stupid stuff. That's just my opinion. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.